coaches. All right, so this is a coaches training specifically for our winter sports, so basketball, wrestling, and swimming. All right, so we're going to kind of go over a few things. In this video, we're going to kind of just hit our staff and our roles here at Maple Mountain. So we'll just quickly go through this. So I'm Krista. I've been here for about 10 years, working as the athletic trainer and a teacher. I do teach full-time now throughout the day, and will be stepping away from athletic training next year. So this is my last year. So I look forward to spending my last few months with you guys. My cell is 801-310-9987. Please program that in if you don't have it. That way you can reach out to me anytime. And my email is krista.taylor@nebo.edu. All right. Madison is our other athletic trainer here at Maple Mountain. She's been with us for a year and a half, and she did some internships and her clinicals while she was at BYU with us. So we've had her for about 5 years off and on. So she's very familiar with that Maple Mountain and is a good asset for us. Her cell is 801-859-9658, and her email is madison.meeks@nebo.edu. We do have 2 BYU students that are with us, at least for the fall. We don't know what we're going to get for winter. In the last 2 years, we haven't gotten anyone, so I would guess we're probably going to follow that same trend. But currently, we do have Kyra Cox and Liz Haney. All right, so here's our role at Maple Mountain. So the number one goal we have is we want to help every athlete achieve their maximal level of performance. We want to make sure that we get them back to what they love doing, which is competing. That's our success is their success. We kind of have 3 goals that we try to focus on. We want to focus on prevention and education and training, and then treatment, rehabilitative services, and then emergency care if needed. The big program that we use here at Maple Mountain is Register My Athlete is actually required across the state. UHSA requires it. So it's a kind of a 2-part system. Most coaches know that there's the registration where the athlete and their parents will upload their physical and fill out that they want to be on that team, et cetera, et cetera. But there's a kind of a second part to this, which is actually our most important part, which is our electronic medical record system, or an EMR. And what that is where we document everything from our athletes that they come in for treatment, medical care, doctor's notes, things like that. So with Register My Athlete, athletes will need to have their profile on Register My Athlete. Either they just need to re-enroll for their sport this upcoming year, or if they're brand new, they would need to create an account. The biggest thing we run into is if a freshman is going to play up or register, that they need to register for Maple Mountain, not the junior high that they attend. And then the physicals, the physical has to be dated on or after March 10th of 2023 to count for the 2023-24 school year. So excuse me, as you're talking with your athletes, make sure they understand that. If they got a physical for lacrosse or track last year, it won't count for this school year unless it's dated after March 10th. Along with their physical, they have to have their Register My Athlete completed before they can try out or do the first day of practice, depending on what your team does. After we have created teams, either through tryouts or the first couple days of practice, we will have our concussion training time set up where we meet with the kids and train them on concussions and then do the baseline concussion testing. After that is completed, we mark that on Register My Athlete, and then you as coaches can go in and create a roster on Register My Athlete. We are happy to provide water coolers, ice coolers, and your medical kit. We usually just put the coolers out on the court and then around the wrestling mat in the main gym when we do our wrestling matches. We don't provide it for swim, but just a couple of things. We just ask that please encourage your kids to not open the water and scoop the ice out. Their hands touching that ice in there is pretty gross, and is unsanitary. If your med kit needs to be restocked, please give us 48 hours to do so. It's very hard. Like, I teach all day A days and have one prep on B days. So there's not much time for me throughout the day to fill a kit before you need to get on the road. And so giving us 48 hours is just respectful of us, and gives us the ability to really make sure your kit has everything it needs. If you need something above and beyond the basics in the kit, please let us know. Sometimes we're maybe not checking to make sure that you've got every item. And so make sure to let us know if you need something specific.